बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you. Shri Behanan ji.
Thank you, Chairman. Sir, last week this House discussed the demand on railways, the country's most extensive public transport system. Sir, many of our esteemed members opined the impact of privatization on railways by the India government. Today, the discussion is about another significant public transport system such as national highways. Tomorrow we are going to discuss shipping and civil aviation and the basic requirement for it. Sir, this government is implementing privatization policies here as well. The big ports, airports and air service, including Air India, has been privatized. Thus, most suspiciously, the Modi government has transformed into a dealer of privatization of our country's primary assets. Sir, thus, my humble request to the Honourable Minister, Shri Nitin Gadkari, is to kindly look into it and take steps to save our roads, which are the nerves of our public transport. I have faith and confidence in you because I appreciate your efficiency. I am also delighted to congratulate you for embarking a sizable sum in the budget for more extensive projects of this government, such as Gati Shakti. In India, we are heavily dependent on road transport, both for freight and passenger traffic. As per the latest data, over 71% of freights and about 85% passenger traffic is depending on road transport. This shows the importance of increasing road transport infrastructures. This over-dependence of road transport, both the passenger and freight sectors, makes it absolutely necessary to maintain our highways and roads in good condition and in amenities. I admit that NHAA is now carrying out of the widening work of NH 66 as 4 lines in Kerala, a considerable portion of which is passing through in my constituency. I express my sincere thanks to Honourable Minister on behalf of that initiative taken by him this work. Now, as the Government of India has privatized the air traffic sector and privatization is in railways also progressive, the only major traffic system now remaining with the government is road transport. Hence, I request the government should seriously consider to prepare and implement detailed projects to meet the demand for a period of at least 30 years in the road transport sector on a mission mode and implement it within a time frame of 5 years. I may suggest that the above projects should be give priority to upgrade the quality of existing highways so that the international level with all modern facilities and also capable of addressing the growing needs of minimum 3 decades. The projects are now the National Highway Development Project, which is connecting the the northeast and the northeast to Kolkata to Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, and similar east-west corridor connecting Silchar to Saurashtra. The main object of the highways is reduce the distance and time between the major cities. Another project is Bharatmala project, which is for the freight traffic and the bypass and other things. Another project is the Sedu Bharatam, that is mainly for bridges and these flyovers. Sir, in my constituency in Chalakudi, there was a flyover, the underpass. The work is already started 10 years before, and this work is in a slow as a snail. For the last 10 years, we can't complete even a underpass there. On behalf with the National Highway Authority and the local government, we had several conferences, and last conference we entrusted the district collector to monitor the work. Sir, yesterday I was in Chalakudi. I said only 4 persons are working to complete this. So I humbly request the government, take action. Otherwise, you terminate the contractor, or please do expedite the work as early as possible. Otherwise, it is the main bottleneck of the traffic block of the National Highway at Chalakudi. A major portion of our roads are suitable to meet our growing demands from the country. Though the number of vehicles are increasing every year, our investments in roads is far below the required sum. In my state, Kerala, the number of vehicles is fast growing. It was doubled from 60 lakhs in 2011 to 120 lakhs in 2021. The number reached 21 lakhs in 290 by 8 years and by 10 years. The number reached into 148 lakhs. As a result of this control, sir, 1 minute, sir, I just started that. So, as the result, the controlled vehicle growth in efficient roads with a poor condition, the number of motor accidents is rising. Sir, at present, the increasing number in road accidents and its casualties a major concern. India ranks first in number of road crash deaths across the 199 countries and account for almost 11% of crash-related deaths in the world. So, to tide up this situation, urgent action plan is needed. Imparting awareness to drivers and public essential. Similarly, steps should be taken, include road rules in school and college syllabus. I still remember some lessons that I have learned during my school life and college life. There was a lesson by the A.G. Gardner on the rule of the road. Dazzle headlights. So we are still I realized the above lesson during my student, and I still follow the guidelines learned from the school, college when I was driving. So the government may also consider developing alternative transportation methods by using waterways and sea routes for avoiding sufficient connectivity with existing roads. So another thing that my beloved friend, Mr. Thomas Charikaran pointed out, that, sir, there is a bypass issue in my constituency. It is the alignment of Kochi-Madurai highway was fixed some 30 years ago, and the same cannot complete even after the 3 decades. Some families got compensation, while approximately 200 families on the 8.5 kilometers long Tripunithura bypass, whose land was either frozen or acquired for the project, not received any compensation, and they are not in a position to sell their property or renovate houses in the last 30 years.
Kindly conclude.
However, after a long period, a new project, Kochi-Theni Greenfield Bypass, was announced, and the Tripunithura bypass was included in the alignment initially. Now the above families are run in the trouble once again that the stretch does not figure in the final alignment of the Kochi-Theni Greenfield Highway. The reason announced is that NHIA is forward another project, namely Kundannur-Angamali Greenfield 6-line bypass, when the new bypass between Angamali and Greenfield 6-line bypass, when the bypass between Angamali and the Kundannur has been announced, the alignment of Kochi-Theni Greenfield bypass changed, and all acquired land in Tiruvankulam area is presently not with the alignment. Since the owners of the land acquired for Tripunithura bypass are waiting since the last 30 years for getting compensation for the acquired land and are facing countless issues.
Please conclude.
So I request that, because hence, considering the above mentioned points, your esteemed office may take urgent steps to revise the finalized alignment of Kochi-Theni Greenfield bypass by incorporating all the acquired portion of the land of Tripunithura bypass, including the portion from Mattakudi Bridge to Puttanguris, and thereby starting a bypass from Tiruvankulam area as earlier.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sri Guman Singh Damorji.